The former sheriff of Letcher County, Micky Stines, had his preliminary hearing in Morgan County this afternoon. This comes after he was accused of shooting and killing District Judge Kevin Mullins last month. He pleaded not guilty during his arraignment last week. WYMT's Amelia Lee joins us now live from West Liberty. Amelia, what went on in the courtroom today?
Former Sheriff Micky Stines was taken into the courtroom with handcuffs on before the preliminary hearing started today. This was Stines' first in-person appearance since he attended his arraignment virtually. Today, prosecutors presented some of the evidence explaining why Stines has been charged with murder. And we do want to make it clear that the purpose of today's testimony was not for the community to determine whether or not he is guilty or innocent, but rather it was for the court to determine whether there is enough evidence to continue on with the court process. Of the evidence presented, the most notable piece shown during Micky Stines' preliminary hearing was arguably the surveillance video from District Judge Kevin Mullins' office. The video was reportedly recorded on the day he was shot and killed. About 15 seconds of that video was played in the courtroom. As a station, WYMT has chosen not to play that video due to its graphic nature. Here is some of the testimony provided about that video.
In investigation of that death, were you able to determine who killed Kevin Mullins?
Yes.
And how were you able to do that?
Video surveillance footage.
And did you retrieve that video surveillance footage?
I did.
Kentucky State Police Detective Clayton Stanford was the only person who testified during the hearing. He was asked multiple questions about what took place the hours before Mullins was shot and killed inside his chambers, including a lunch between Stines, Mullins, and other people.
And there was nothing unusual that had arisen during that luncheon?
I was told that the judge made a statement to Micky about, do we need to meet private in my chambers? That's all I was told.
While testifying, Stanford said there were 4 witnesses from the day of the shooting who have since been interviewed by police.
They heard gunshots.
Okay, was there any statements that they overheard?
No.
Were there raised voices?
One person stated that she didn't recognize him as being Judge Mullins' voice, but heard somebody say, "Help, help."
Jeremy Bartley is Stines' attorney. He spoke briefly after the preliminary hearing about other witnesses.
This was a 1 sentence or 2 sentence citation on a murder, and there were a lot of additional witnesses. I would have expected they would have interviewed by now. I was surprised that they hadn't, but at any rate, we'll address that in circuit court in the discovery process.
At the end of the hearing, the judge said he did find probable cause for the murder charge, so now the case will be sent to a grand jury. Bartley did ask the judge if it could be considered manslaughter in the first degree instead of murder due to extreme emotional response from Stine. But again, the judge did say that there was probable cause to proceed with that murder charge. In Morgan County, Amelia Lee, WYMT Mountain News.
Amelia, thank you. Stines' attorney said he was given more of the video surveillance footage of the day the shooting took place. He told us that more of that video may be introduced if the case goes to trial.